Okay guys, welcome to my channel Let Us Code, and now let's start our second video in the series of Kafka tutorial. In this video I'm going to explain about the Zookeeper and how the Zookeeper and Kafka are working together, what is the purpose for Zookeeper, and how we can download the Zookeeper and Kafka. So guys, as you can see on my screen, let me first show you how to download a Zookeeper and Kafka. Okay, so you simply just open Google Chrome and let me download Apache Kafka. Okay, so let me go there, download. I click on download button. Okay, now best thing is that there are two things. Okay, one is the Apache Zookeeper source release. Okay, download. So download is started. Okay, see guys, I suggest you to download this tar file because this is the one we are going to use it. Okay, it will come as you won't get an installer for that. It's basically a zip file. Okay, you download it. I'm going to download this. Okay, and let me download it my new folder, Zookeeper. Okay, failed has resume. Okay, it's downloaded. Okay, so yeah guys, you can see it's been downloaded here as a tar file. Let me extract it here. Okay guys, so it's been extracted like this. Okay, open zip file. Okay guys, so this is the Zookeeper I have downloaded from Apache website as I've shown you. Now there are little bit changes we need to do. Okay, we need to go to this config folder. Okay, and here we have a zoosample.config. Okay, what you need to do, you just put a F2. Okay, or rename it. We're gonna rename this file as a zoo.cfg. Okay, we will simply say zoo.cfg. It's a configuration file for Zookeeper. Let me open that file from from some notepad. Okay, I open this file notepad. Okay, so yeah guys, this is the only file guys where we need to change. Suppose for example this okay, so this is a data directory. You don't have to do anything for that. Now the important point is that here we can define the server. Okay, it's a port where this is supposed to go. Now 2181 is a default port guys for Zookeeper to run. Now if you want this port to be continue, okay, now if you want this port to be continue, you can simply leave it as it is. Now for example, if you want to change this port, you can change it from here. Guys, why changing of port is important? Because the same port we're going to share with the Kafka. Okay, so Kafka will going to use this port, the same port number we have to share in the Kafka configuration. Okay guys, so let's discuss about Zookeeper, okay, in a theoretical way. Now what is Zookeeper and why we use it? Okay, so as you can see on my screen, Zookeeper is nothing but a node manager. Okay, so I believe like if you're familiar with what node manager will do, this is the kind of work which Zookeeper will do. Now as per definition from Apache, it says like it is going to store the metadata. Now metadata of what? It is stored the metadata of Kafka, right? You heard right. Okay, so Kafka is dependent on Zookeeper to store all of its kind of a backend data, like how the cluster is going to be maintained, and how the data is being where the partition should be done. So as you can see, like data such as location of partition, okay, and the configuration of topics, and is stored outside the Kafka. Kafka doesn't take care of this. So for this specific purpose, or kind of for coordination of Kafka clusters, the Zookeeper comes to picture. Now when you see on the screen, you can see that there's a multiple Kafka brokers are there, okay, and these Kafka brokers, there might be multiple Kafka broker. First thing, now each broker is being maintained by the Zookeeper itself. Kafka doesn't have a role of maintaining this one. So this is a very basic intro of Zookeeper. So thank you guys. We'll continue. Thank you.